The voting in BFDI is easily the most important part of Battle for Dream Island in every single season. Them even having different voting systems in different seasons, and now double eliminations in the power of 2. But with all these eliminations in every single season and the 5 seasons of BFDI, there's obviously going to be some ones that shock the audience, some that completely blindside the average viewer. So in this video, I will be going over the top 10 most shocking BFDI eliminations that I have seen, coming from my opinion and other opinions I've seen throughout the community. Coming in, it is from the most recent The Power of 2 episode. It is basketball. And I know basketball has gone lower in the voting in earlier episodes, but I thought basketball actually had a pretty good episode the last episode. And I feel like it had a big role with the whole one storyline. I feel like it was contributing a lot to the whole storyline as a whole with the Robot Flower stuff too. I feel like basketball is a very complex character who has developed a lot throughout the season. It's probably one of the most developed characters in all of The Power of 2. And I just feel like there were other characters on our team that were more deserving of the elimination, like TV and Bottle and even arguably Pen. However, despite how much basketball is done throughout the season, basketball does end up getting eliminated, and I was completely shocked by this. I 100% thought going into that TV was going to be eliminated. Again, I don't really look at votes before the episodes come out ever, so I don't read votes. I don't really know how the voting goes with the viewers, but looking at that completely shocked me. Because I actually voted for basketball that episode, because I kind of noticed the theme of basketball kind of getting, not the most votes, but I was like, I'm going to vote for basketball, even though I thought basketball was probably going to get in the top 2 votes. But getting eliminated is insane. And the thing is, I even like Bottle, but I do believe Bottle and TV were 100% more deserving than being eliminated than basketball was. They contribute nothing to the storyline. Bottle's more of a comedic relief type of character, and I do enjoy Bottle's character, but TV does absolutely nothing. I don't understand the appeal to TV at all, and TV still keeps getting votes over good characters. And I would rather watch a character that contributes more to the storyline than a comedic relief character. Number 9, I have Pen in BFDI, and in this elimination, it was between Bubble, Rocky, and Pen, and I knew Bubble wasn't going to go home, and because Bubble's an actual good character, and I feel like Pen was kind of a main character in this season to a certain extent. He had his friendships with Blocky and Eraser, but I feel like was a good voice of reason for that group and was pretty reasonable and not outwardly mean, but was pretty smart too. And I actively enjoyed Pen's character, but Rocky again did absolutely nothing and just vomited the whole time. And if you've watched my video on my ranking my best contestants, best to worst, you know I don't like Rocky. But again, I don't understand why anyone could vote for Pen over Rocky. Rocky is a horrible character, and I feel like it was mostly Pen's association with Eraser and Blocky that got him eliminated than his actual character. Because Pen wasn't even a mean character at all, it was mostly Eraser and Blocky. And I've seen people's main flaw with Pen being, oh, Pen's a boring character. But how is Rocky any more interesting than Pen is in any way? And Pen had actual dynamics in the show with characters like Blocky still in the game and Leafy. Now coming into 8th place is another character that got barely voted out over Rocky, and that is Match in BFDI Season 1. And I know Match is probably one of the most controversial characters in BFDI, but again, at this time, Match wasn't the diva, bossy, kind of annoying character she was in BFDI and BFB. Match is actually a pretty reasonable and nice character. Definitely the lesser evil of Pencil, and again, getting voted out over Rocky is absolutely insane. Match was a main character at this point in Season 1. Their alliance with Bubble was probably the most interesting thing in the whole season at this point, and then just to her to get voted out over Rocky, it just makes no sense. Match wasn't even a super mean character, and it wasn't even like she was lazy like she is now either. She was actively participating in every single challenge, and I don't really need to go over Rocky again because I just did, but yeah, that is why Match is my 8th most surprising vote out. Number 7, I have Bubble and BFB. And Bubble was a very, very popular character in BFB before her elimination, being the first safe in all of her pre-split eliminations and getting the most votes in the previous elimination before she ended up getting eliminated. Bubble did have a lot going for her in BFB, but then after the split, Bubble kind of dwindled down as a character, but I still want to say it was a bad character, and then Ruby's elimination obviously affected that, but the episode before her elimination, she did absolutely nothing. She just kept getting killed, and I feel like the writers did that on purpose. Again, the writers hated the Free Smart Alliance BFB. I already made a video about that. You should go click it in the description. I basically go over how the writers completely decimated that whole alliance, and that ended up leading to Bubble's elimination too. That same writer that ruined the Free Smart Alliance basically made Bubble do absolutely nothing, which led to Bubble's elimination. And the reason why this is only 7 on my list is because I was surprised one bad episode got Bubble out, but Bubble's elimination, she was going against very popular characters like Gelatin, Teardrop, Leafy, and Lollipop. And actually, in the episode before that, all those 4 characters got an insane amount of development throughout the story, creating dynamics like when Leafy finally started talking to Fiery again, and then Lollipop, Gelatin, and Teardrop made their alliance, and Bubble did absolutely nothing. But I still found it a shocking elimination just because Bubble is still a very, very popular character, but again, she just kind of got screwed over by the writers. At number 6, I have Lai in BFB, and I also went over this in my ranking every contestant video, but Lai's elimination was a very, very big shocker to me. And I know a lot of people are probably going to say that, oh, it's because she tormented Teardrop, which, yes, I can understand people don't like Lai for that, but again, that was 2 episodes, and voters, don't really take 2 episodes behind in accountability to their vote. I think Lai was the victim of being the main character of the team. And what I mean by that is no one on Death Pack really got a bunch of screen time except for her and Penn. And Penn had such a likable personality that the writers knew he wasn't going to get voted out. But Lycan had a comedic, twisted way to her personality. But I still think Lai was a good character. And the reason why I'm surprised that she got voted out was, why would anyone want to keep characters like Pie and Bottle and Black Hole saved over her? And you might be saying, oh, well, I really like Black Hole and Bottle now. Yeah, I understand that now. But during this elimination, they did absolutely nothing and were completely bland characters, especially Pie and Bottle. And the fact that they got less votes than Lai for absolutely no reason just makes no sense. They didn't really participate in the challenges either. And that's why it surprised me, was why did people vote out such an interesting and likable character like Lai over Pie and Black Hole and Bottle? And people agreed with me. People thought that that was a crazy and surprising elimination, and that's why it is not my 6. It is very shocking, but when you think about it more, it kind of makes sense how she got eliminated. Number 5, I have Corny in the Power of 2, and this elimination really, really surprised me. As you know, or as the people may know, I predicted Corny to win the Power of 2, so this was really surprising to me. And again, I know Corny didn't do a whole lot this season compared to BFDIA, but I feel like Corny did better than most of his other teammates. And the fact that people chose to save Barf Bag, Donut, and Needle after them doing basically nothing less than Corny, and Corny still gets eliminated, is crazy to me. And the thing which made it more shocking was some of these other characters, I'm like, yeah, they shouldn't have been eliminated, it was shocking, but I understand because some characters have a really loud fan base. Corny's fan base is very loud as well. Corny's one of the most loved characters in all of BFDI and still got eliminated over characters like Barfbag, who don't have a very big fan base at all. And I think a lot of people thought Corny was going to go super far on the show as well. They agreed with me when I first said something about it, but then Corny just gets eliminated and gets 32nd place in the Power of 2, which is crazy to me. I thought he was going to be way farther, but that just shows the teapot voting is so weird. You can have one bad episode and you get voted out no matter how good of a character you are. Now, number 4, I have Remote. And going back to what I literally just said about having one bad episode can ruin a big character, that is exactly what happened to Remote. I remember I thought Remote was going to be a top 10 placement in the Power of 2 when the Power of 2 first started. Remote started strong, and I'd honestly say the first 4 episodes, I feel like all of them, Remote had a really big role. Not as big as role she had in Teapot 1, of course, but again, Remote was still a very prominent character. But then Remote just gets eliminated out of nowhere, which really surprised me because I thought Remote had a really big fan base, and a lot of people said Remote didn't really do much the last episode, which I do agree with. Before she got eliminated, the episode before that, she didn't really do that much. But Lightning and Fanny getting saved over her is insane, especially Fanny. And I know Fanny's a very good character now, and it's on pace. Fanny's literally the favorite to win Teapot right now. Now, at this time, Fanny was far from that, not even being a voice of reason for her team at all, it was kind of just a hater. And Lightning also kind of felt like a background character for a couple of these Power of 2 episodes, but the fact Remote got the least amount of votes was so surprising to me. I felt like Remote actually had a good story going for them, and then it just instantly gets cut out like that in Teapot 5. However, I do believe if there is going to be a rejoin in the Power of 2, Remote is definitely the odds-on favorite to rejoin. Coming in at number 3, I have Pencil's elimination in Season 1 of BFDI. And this whole elimination literally is just so outrageous, and it should have never happened to begin with. But what happened was, Pencil won her immunity challenge, and she got 60 points for her win. However, the third decimal of the scoreboard got cut out because of budget cuts, which led to her getting into the danger zone and ended up her being up for elimination against Spongy and Fiery. And somehow this made viewers want to vote out Pencil after winning the challenge and then getting put up for elimination. And again, a lot of people think Pencil was mean. I wouldn't even say Pencil was that mean in the first season. I mean, she was kind of mean to Bubble a little bit, but not really. I'd say definitely more friendly than mean towards Bubble. And was mean earlier in the season to Ice Cube, but then Ice Cube ends up joining the alliance. And again, the fact that she got voted out over Spongy, who is a complete background character this whole time he rejoins. He does absolutely nothing except just get tortured. And you could definitely see the difference in the show after Pencil gets eliminated. I think the best part of BFDI is probably when it goes into 3 teams to Pencil's elimination. Pencil was the main character of BFDI until her elimination. I don't care what anyone says. You could say it's Leafy, but I 100% think it's Pencil. And her whole elimination should have never happened to begin with. My second most surprising elimination was Teardrop's elimination in season 1, and this was the first elimination where they introduced a double elimination from a team rule where one character gets voted out into the TLC and the other character gets voted on by the team to get them on their team that won the immunity challenge and got first place in the last episode. And in this case, it is between Teardrop and Snowball, and Snowball got a lot more viewer votes, but again, that doesn't really matter when it comes to this. However, this elimination still makes 0 sense, because the people voting on between who they want on the team is Teardrop and Snowball. It is Match, Pencil, Bubble, and then Eraser and Pen. And we all know Eraser and Pen are going to vote for Snowball because they're friends, and then Match and Bubble vote for Teardrop to be on the team because, you know, Snowball's been a jerk to all of them. And then Pencil goes against her alliance to vote Snowball to get on her team because Snowball won challenges 4 and 5. Mind you, the challenges in episode 4 and 5 that Snowball won were literally going up to a tie and breaking it. And obviously, that challenge is never going to happen ever again. So what value does Snowball winning those challenges bring to your team? And then you go against your own alliance's opinions to bring Snowball on your team. Like, it literally makes 0 sense. Again, I wasn't mad at this elimination because I kind of do prefer Snowball as a character, but from an actual logic standpoint, Teardrop should have never been eliminated. And then for my number 1 most shocking elimination, it is unfortunately Teardrop again in season 2. And the reason why Teardrop's elimination was so surprising was this is when BFDIA, they introduced the likes and the dislikes, and when you get the most likes, you end up winning a prize. And Teardrop's prize, because she gets the most likes, she gets either immunity to the final 15, I believe I might be getting that wrong, it's either final 15 or final 16, and then a choice between a hand-powered recovery center, which I know is kind of a hard moral dilemma to be up against, but again, she picks the hand-powered recovery center, but again, Teardrop also got the most likes. So obviously she probably thinks she's going to be immune to the final 15 because I think there's about 16 or 17 people left in the game. However, Teardrop gets the most dislikes after getting the most likes, which is crazy. That has never happened in BFDIA. I guess it's only been a thing in BFDIA. That has never happened in BFDIA ever since then, and that was crazy. That was the most shocking BFDI elimination I've ever seen, because I remember watching that for the first time thinking Corny was just done for. Corny or Pin were easily going to be voted out because it wasn't going to be Teardrop, and that was easily the most shocked, most like blindsided I've ever felt after a BFDI elimination. I literally could not believe Teardrop got eliminated. I wasn't really mad about it, but I was completely shocked. But again, this is my top 10 most shocking BFDI eliminations ever. If you like this list, make sure to comment down below, like the video, hit the subscribe button. If you want me to do any more lists, comment them down below, and I'm going to try to get content out more consistently. 2025 is going to be a big year for this channel.